Hello all, welcome to Study with Shweta. Our today's topic is depreciation accounting. In this video, we will learn these points: meaning and definition of depreciation, features and causes of depreciation, functions and objectives of depreciation, calculation methods of depreciation, and importance of providing depreciation. So, what is depreciation? Depreciation means a fall in the value of asset. In accounting terms, depreciation is defined as the reduction of recorded cost of a fixed asset in a systematic manner until the value of the asset becomes zero. Okay? We have used the term fixed asset here. Example of fixed assets are building, furniture, office equipments, machinery, etc. A land is the only exception which can not be depreciated as the value of land appreciates with time. Okay. Now, definition of depreciation according to R. N. Carter. Depreciation is the gradual and permanent decrease in the value of an asset from any cause. We can say that the net result of an asset's depreciation is that sooner or later the asset will become useless. For example, if a delivery truck is purchased by a company with a cost of rupees 1 lakh and the expected uses of the truck are 5 years, the business might depreciate the asset under depreciation expense as rupees 20,000 every year for a period of 5 years. Okay. Now here are the features of depreciation. Depreciation is decline in the book value of depreciable fixed asset. It is a continuous process. It is non-cash expense. It is an expired cost and must be deducted before calculating taxable profit. The term depreciation is used only for the tangible fixed asset. Depreciation is not visible like other expenses till the very end. Now here are the causes of depreciation: wear and tear due to actual or constant use. As fixed assets are purchased for use in business, due to constant use of these fixed assets in business for generating income, the value of such asset is decreased. It is called wear and tear, and this is the main cause of depreciation. Next, expiration of time. Mere passage of time will causes a fall in the value of an asset even if it is not used. Next, obsolescence. A new invention or a permanent change in technology, the asset based on old technology may become obsolete and out of date. Next, accidents. Accidents may also cause a permanent fall in the useful life as well as in the value of assets. Next, fall in market place. A permanent fall in the market value of investments is recorded as depreciation. Other assets are depreciated on the basis of its useful life. Next, depletion. Depletion means value of asset decreases due to consumption like coal mines, oil wells, stones, etc. Next, change in economic environment. Technological change in industries, change in consumer behavior, change in fashion, change in availability of natural resources are some causes of change in economic environment. So these may be the causes of depreciation of assets. Now here are the functions or objectives of depreciation. First is presentation of correct financial position. All fixed assets should be shown at cost less the amount of depreciation suffered by them till the date of the balance sheet. Next, calculation of correct profit. Correct net profit or net loss can be calculated only after providing for a depreciation on assets. Next, replacement of assets. It's necessary to provide for depreciation for retaining enough funds for replacement of an asset at the end of its commercial life. Next is ascertainment of correct cost of production. Depreciation is one of the elements of cost. In order to calculate cost of production of goods manufactured, depreciation of asset should also be included. Next, correct information to financial institutions. If depreciation not provided, balance sheet will not disclose proper value of the assets. Such balance sheet will show higher value of assets. So providing depreciation is necessary to get correct information. So these are the main functions or objectives of depreciation. Okay. Now, calculation methods of depreciation. There are so many calculation methods, but these three methods commonly used to calculate depreciation. First, straight line method, second, unit of production method, and third is written down value method. Before learn about these methods, we have to understand three main inputs which are required to calculate depreciation. First is useful life. This is the time period over which the organization considers the fixed assets is no longer cost effective to continue the operation of the asset. Next, the cost of the asset. This includes taxes, shippings and preparation and setup expenses. Next, salvage value. After the useful life of the fixed asset, the company may consider selling it at a reduced amount. This is known as the salvage value of the asset. Okay. Now let's take a look at each type of depreciation method in detail. First is straight line method. It is also called fixed installment method. This is the simplest method of all. Uniform depreciation of an asset's value. It involves simple allocation of an even rate of depreciation every year over the useful life of the asset. The formula for straight line depreciation is annual depreciation expenses is equal to assets cost minus salvage value divided by useful life of the asset. For example, suppose a manufacturing company purchases a machinery for rupees 1 lakh, the useful life of the machinery are 10 years and the salvage value of the machinery is rupees 20,000. So solution will be 1 lakh, which is the cost of the machinery, minus 20,000, which is the salvage value of the machinery, divided by 10. Okay. So the annual depreciation expense will be rupees 8,000. Thus the company can take rupees 8,000 as the depreciation expense every year over the next 10 years. As shown in this depreciation table, the machine has a straight line depreciation amount rupees 8,000. Therefore, company would depreciate the machine at the amount of rupees 8,000 annually for 10 years. Note how the book value of the machine at the end of the year 10 is the same as the salvage value. Over the useful life of an asset, the value of an asset should depreciate to its salvage value, okay, which is 20,000. Next method is unit of production method. This is a two-step process, unlike straight line method. Here equal expense rates are assigned to each unit produced. This assignment makes the method very useful in assembly for production lines. Hence, the calculation is based on output capability of the asset rather than the number of years. The steps are: first step, calculate per unit depreciation. The formula is asset cost minus salvage value divided by useful life in units of production. And the second step, calculate the total depreciation of actual units produced. Total depreciation expense is equal to per unit depreciation multiplied by units produced. For example, ABC company purchases a printing press to print papers for rupees 40,000 with a useful life of 1,80,000 units and salvage value of rupees 4,000. It prints 4,000 papers. For calculation of per unit depreciation, formula is asset cost minus salvage cost. Asset cost is 40,000 and salvage value, which is 4,000, divided by useful life in units of production, which is 1,80,000 units. So 40,000 minus 4,000 divided by 1,80,000 is equal to 0.2, which is per unit depreciation. Now second step, per unit depreciation, which we have calculated in step 1, which is 0.2, multiplied by unit produced, which is 4,000 papers. So 0.2 multiplied by 4,000 will be rupees 800. So the total depreciation expense is rupees 800. Okay. Now third is written down value or reducing balance method. Written down value or the reducing balance method of depreciation is a method in which depreciation is calculated at a fixed percentage on the original cost in the first year. However, in the subsequent years, depreciation is calculated at the same fixed percentage, not on the original cost but on the written down values, gradually reducing during the expected working life of the asset due to charge of depreciation. Okay. For example, a machine was purchased for rupees 1 lakh, the estimated useful life of which is 8 years. The estimated salvage value of the machine at the end of its useful life is rupees 20,000. It was decided to charge depreciation at 10% every year on the written down value of the machine. We can see in the chart the results under the written down value methods after charging depreciation for 8 years shown in the table. In the first year, 10% depreciation charge on the cost of machine, which is 1 lakh. So the depreciation will be 10,000 and net book value will be 90,000. Okay, in the first year. Now in the next year, machine cost will be 90,000. 10% depreciation will be charged on the cost. So the depreciation will be 9,000, which will be deducted from the cost of machine, which is 90,000, and the net book value will be 81,000. And this will be repeated at the end of the years till next 8 years, which is the last year. The net book value of the machine at the end of the 8th year is 43047. Okay. There is still an amount of rupees 23047, which is 43047 minus 20,000 left to be written off. So these three methods are the calculation method of depreciation which are commonly used. Now the importance of providing depreciation. Depreciation is an important part of accounting records which helps companies to maintain their income statement and balance sheet properly with the right profits recorded. The accounting entry of depreciation will be debit depreciation expense account and credit accumulated depreciation account. Okay. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe the channel, and if you want any other video on any other topic of commerce, you can write in the comment box below. Thank you.